So what do you think about the work that Witness does?
This is really my first experience working with a nonprofit, but I think it's much more kind of hands-on and direct than I expected. Witness, from what I've seen, does like an incredible job of really kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty and working with people and like meeting them where they are, and providing very tangible services that can actually get people to a place of more economic independence.
The way Witness works is so genuine. I don't know how else to say it other than like, I think you're really connecting with people. And I know this because you've showed me stories of real people, and like the Desmond Meade stuff, like everyone you've met is a real story and a real person. And I think like that not only engages the community of people who need help, but it engages the people we're asking for grants, or the interns in the intern team. Like, it's just something that's very real. And
I think the work that Witness does is very, very important. I think that there are not nearly enough articles, personally, for journalism specifically, that's what I'm speaking to, but like, none of this is publicized, you know? None of this is publicized, and that's intentional. People don't want to hear this information. It's upsetting to hear, and the people in power don't want everyone else to hear this information, because then that would be revealing the ugly truth, which is that we're not really trying to help people. We're just trying to meet a statistic or meet us and make money. Mass incarceration has become it's been capitalized upon, and it's become a business. And that's horrific. That's not what it's supposed to do. And so I think that writing these stories is crucial to spreading the word and to making these people more relatable and accessible. It's like, without these articles, these people are just a number on a page.
It's a valuable like resource with things like the map and the newsletter, and I think there's parts that like I wish I could see more. Like if I was closer to New York, I would have loved to gone to like this like with the Suitcase Sunday events and all that. And so it's an incredibly valuable resource. It's necessary. And so I'm happy to be like a part of something that I think is just like fighting for like the recognizing of just the humanity in everybody.
What has it been like to work on your team, and what have you learned from this experience?
I think for voter registration specifically, a lot of the meetings that we've had with you, it's been like us telling you what we're doing. And I think at the beginning it was really difficult to sort of get going. I don't think we really knew what we were focusing on. And then, it was a lot of you telling us like this is like a serious thing. There are so many people that don't know how to register to vote. They don't know anything about much about the government and about the system that they're living under. And I think that really pushed me and made me start doing more research that was oriented towards this is the amount of people that are actually registered to vote that are formally incarcerated or houseless or have physical or mental disabilities that they're living with. And I think that research has really showed me just in general how many people there are that we're never taught these processes, that it's incredibly important that we orient, this team is very important, because what it is doing is helping to educate and teach people. It's really allowed me to not just think about voter registration as how do you register to vote, but as a problem that we're facing, a problem that directly impacts systemically disadvantaged individuals, and something that can really, contribute to a lot of good if we orient ourselves towards it.
What was it like to be in a room of 35 interns from 31 universities in 25 states?
I actually told people about this. I thought it was so inspiring. It was such a community of everyone who's obviously so excited to work towards the same thing, but everyone is so impressive. Everyone's at great schools, everyone has their own goals, and they all have different backgrounds. I mean, I was speaking to Sophie on curriculum, and I think she was in Amsterdam, and I was just amazed. Like, I loved it, and I was one of the first things I told everyone, because I think I know what it's like to kind of move around internationally, and both my parents are from different countries, so I don't know, it was like very nice to have that. And
I thought that was really cool to see people that are my age that are so passionate, that have such interesting opinions, and just have really good conversations with them, or hear their points of view mainly. I thought that was really interesting, especially when we watched videos and like talked about certain discussions. I just felt like it was really inspiring to hear everyone talk.
I think it's really inspiring. I've quite enjoyed our meetings so far, and I really like hearing the comments that people have to make. And sometimes I feel like they say exactly what I'm thinking, you know, like they'll make a comment and I'm like, that's what I was going to say, so I have to put my hand down because they already said it. But it's really inspiring that all of these people across the country are interested in basically battling mass incarceration and trying to fix the judicial system, which was kind of broken to begin with.
I really do love how oriented witnesses to its interns and how many different groups there are. I think it's a really brilliant way to kind of let a bunch of different interns in who have different interests but are all kind of oriented towards the same goal, work together, if not, you know, directly, just sort of as a whole. I think that even just hearing really briefly what other people were doing, you know, like hearing about the map or like the newsletter, or, you know, talking about like the people, the articles that the journalism team was writing, just like very little, you know, like snippets into the work that other people were doing. You know, obviously very different from voter registration, but it's all oriented towards the same thing, which is uplifting formerly incarcerated people and other system impacted people, whether that's, you know, finding new businesses and focusing on the economic side of it, or like writing and using, you know, sort of like creative nonfiction to really tell like a compelling story. And it was really cool knowing that, you know, even though they're doing not at all what I'm doing, we kind of all are doing the same thing. So I think it's really showed me how many ways we can like approach a common issue.
And I think that this internship thus far has actually gone above and beyond my expectations. I didn't realize that we would be going so in depth on certain aspects of mass incarceration. I didn't know that there was going to be basically like college level courses, a college level class, basically, you know, where we watch videos and discuss them.
I've been saying that I'm really glad that I got the chance to do this. I think it's, on so many levels, it's given me a greater understanding of what it's possible to do as kind of a small organization that doesn't necessarily have like institutional power. I think this internship has really helped me see that there's so many more possibilities than that, and also that it kind of, that connecting with people matters so much. Like